In the depths of the sacred spring chamber, a fearsome sight unfolded. The demon, its form twisted by rage and corruption, loomed over our brave heroes. Its massive frame, pulsing with dark energy, seemed to fill the entire cavern. With a voice that shook the very foundations of the earth, it roared, "You cannot defeat me!" The malevolent creature's eyes blazed with an otherworldly fire as it summoned its terrible power. In an instant, a great wall of water rose before them, a tsunami of destruction poised to sweep away all in its path. But Ravi, ever quick thinking, called upon his mastery over stone. With a gesture born of desperation and skill, he forged a barrier of solid rock, rising from the ground like a shield of the gods themselves. The water crashed against it, foaming and furious, but Ravi's creation held firm, protecting them from certain doom. As the echoes of the demon's challenge faded, Lila knew the time had come. With trembling hands, she raised the sacred conch to her lips. Its haunting call resonated through the chamber, piercing the veil between worlds. And lo, before their awestruck eyes, the spirit of Gowri materialized. A vision of divine grace, clothed in a shimmering white sari. The goddess's presence filled the air with a sense of calm amidst the chaos. Her voice, gentle yet powerful, carried wisdom beyond mortal understanding. "My child," she spoke to Lila, her eyes reflecting infinite compassion. "The demon you face is but a reflection of human folly. To vanquish it, you must look within and without." With these cryptic words, Gowri presented them with one final challenge. A riddle that held the key to their salvation. Unite the four elements to purify the spirit. The heroes' minds raced, each drawing upon their unique gifts and experiences. Terra, keeper of ancient herbal lore, reached into her pouch and withdrew a handful of sacred plants, their earthy aroma filling the air. Ravi, the master craftsman, struck his hammer against shimmering crystals, igniting sparks that danced like living fire. Lila, weaving words like gossamer threads, began to chant an age-old story, her voice carrying on the wind like a whisper from the heavens. And there, before them, flowed the spring itself, the purest water, source of life and renewal. With hearts beating as one, they combined these elements, earth, fire, air, and water, in a ritual as old as time itself. As the last ingredient merged, a wondrous transformation occurred. The mixture began to glow with an inner light, swirling with colors never before seen by mortal eyes. They had created the purifying elixir, a weapon of light against the darkness that threatened to engulf them. The demon, sensing the shift in power, let out a bone-chilling roar. It charged forward, a juggernaut of destruction, determined to crush these insolent mortals who dared to challenge its dominion. But our heroes stood firm, their faith unshaken. As one, they hurled the radiant elixir, its arc cutting through the air like a shooting star. The moment the elixir touched the demon's corrupted form, a miracle unfolded. Light exploded outward, bathing the chamber in its purifying glow. The demon's roars of rage turned to cries of anguish, then to whimpers of relief. Before their astonished eyes, the monstrous form began to dissolve, layers of darkness peeling away like mist before the morning sun. As the last vestiges of corruption faded, a gentle presence remained. Where once stood a terrifying demon, now floated a delicate water spirit, its form shimmering like sunlight on a clear stream. Its eyes, no longer filled with hatred, gazed upon them with gratitude. In a voice as soft as a babbling brook, it whispered, "Thank you." With those simple words, it flowed back into the river, becoming one with the waters from whence it came. Victory! The air itself seemed to sing with joy as the river surged with newfound vitality. The waters, once tainted and lifeless, now danced and sparkled with renewed purpose. Like a great, life-giving serpent, the river wound its way back towards the village, bringing hope and abundance in its wake. As our heroes emerged from the spring chamber, weary but triumphant, they knew their journey was not yet complete. The village awaited, and with it, a confrontation they could no longer avoid. Vikram, whose greed and short-sightedness had unleashed this calamity, must be made to face the consequences of his actions. They found him at the village's edge, his face a mask of shock as he beheld the destruction wrought by his folly. Fields lay barren, homes stood empty, and the very air seemed heavy with sorrow. As Vikram's eyes met those of our heroes, something within him crumbled. The weight of his actions, the suffering he had caused, came crashing down upon him like a mountain. Falling to his knees, Vikram wept bitter tears of remorse. "What have I done?" he cried, his voice breaking. "I sought only prosperity for our village, but in my blindness, I have brought ruin upon us all." He looked up at them, his eyes pleading for a forgiveness he dared not hope to receive. In that moment, our heroes faced a choice as difficult as any they had encountered on their perilous quest. The path of vengeance lay open before them, tempting in its simplicity. Yet, as they gazed upon the broken man before them, they remembered the lessons of their journey, of unity, of understanding, and of the transformative power of compassion. Lila stepped forward, her voice gentle yet firm. "Vikram," she said, "great harm has been done, but the cycle of blame and retribution will only breed more darkness. It is through forgiveness and a commitment to right our wrongs that we can truly heal our village and ourselves." Tara nodded in agreement, adding, "The land itself has shown us the way. Just as the corrupted spirit was purified, so too can we cleanse our hearts and start anew." Ravi, ever practical, spoke of rebuilding, not just homes and fields, but trust and community. "Let your hands, which once wrought destruction, now work tirelessly to restore what was lost," he told Vikram, as these words of wisdom and forgiveness washed over him. Vikram's tears flowed anew, but now they were tears of gratitude and hope. He vowed to dedicate his life to making amends, to rebuilding the village stronger and more harmonious than ever before. As night fell upon the village, a transformation began to take place. Candles and lamps were lit in every home, their flames of defiance against the encroaching darkness. The air filled with the sweet scent of incense and the sound of prayers and songs of thanksgiving. For in this moment of forgiveness and renewal, the villagers recognized echoes of a greater truth, one celebrated each year during the festival of the... Just as lamps and fireworks drive back the night, so too can the light of compassion and understanding banish the shadows within our own hearts. As our heroes looked out over the twinkling lights of the village, they felt a profound sense of peace. Their journey had been long and fraught with danger, but it had led them to this moment of triumph. Not just over external foes, but over the darkness that lurks within us all. The river, once again pure and life-giving, flowed gently through the heart of the village. Its waters reflected the countless lights, creating a mirror of stars upon the earth. And in this reflection, our heroes saw the promise of a brighter future, one built on the foundations of unity, forgiveness, and the enduring power of light over darkness.